One of the newest insights we got from Instagram finally opening up about their algorithm is that profile picture tabs are actually pretty important to rank. Obviously, this is mostly influenced by the content they see beforehand, you know, just putting that out there. Focus on your content first. But another pretty important factor is the profile picture. If it doesn't look professional, bad. If it's just some super small text logo that nobody can read, bad. If it's just some rehashed things with pixels in there, very bad. I see it all the time in our Instagram profile review sessions, you know, people underestimating the importance of the profile picture. By the way, we're gonna do one pretty soon, just so you know. So, since I've been getting impersonated quite a bit along with the whole YouTube issue, you know, just watch the latest video, I figured I'll take you along the journey of creating a stunning profile picture that first of all makes all those spammers run in circles, and second of all, you know, makes people wanna click, because that's what you wanna optimize for. A good profile picture should have the following attributes. First of all, it should be high quality, obviously, you know, meaning it's not shot on a potato or tomato or tomato. Second of all, it should make you stand out from the rest of the crowd. We're gonna talk about all of these points individually. And third of all, ideally is what I call an autopilot stopper. Getting people to snap out of their autopilot just for a split second to, you know, maybe catch their attention. Things like that are actually the real growth hacks if you think a little bit about it. Kind of hacking the human mind and kind of going against what they expect. But that would actually go too far right here. So first of all, we want to stand out. What does that actually mean? There's a few things to keep in mind. While we want to take a look at how, you know, kind of famous or, you know, more known, bigger Instagram influencers or influencers across the board people do it, we actually want to look for patterns. For example, remember when suddenly everybody had that fake storyboarder, you know, in their profile pictures to trick people actually into clicking because they thought, you know, this person has a story on there. Actually, you know, thinking about the autopilot stopper, it's a pretty good thought process to put, you know, things like that in there. Worked also pretty well until every other account had this thing in there, you know, so it was kind of overused, it was saturated. So things can actually get too saturated and you want to be really careful about that. Also, you want to do some research on your niche, you know, to see whether you actually stand out or you're just one of them. You know what I mean? You know, it could be that overall, you know, your concept or whatever you want to do, you would stand out pretty well because it's kind of like a unique thing. But when you take a look at your specific niche and everybody does the same, you know, also a pretty bad idea and doesn't actually make you stand out in your target audience. Now, I did some research and I found a few interesting concepts actually that I want to use right here. First of all, the whole Will Smith, you know, profile picture and iterations of that, kind of like a black and white, you know, profile picture with some flashy background color to immediately, you know, hook people, catch people's attention. Thing is, I believe lots of people might have that just because, first of all, it's Will Smith and it looks just good. And I think I've seen that other people use before, but we're gonna take a look. Another thing that's kind of like a similar thing that I would kind of love to go for are some duotone things, you know, always kind of love them, are similar, but we're gonna see. Or, and that's always a good option, we could just do a regular nicely post picture. But looking at my Instagram feed right now, it seems like the general trend actually are regular pictures. You know, I love the idea of, you know, regular pictures that kind of blend in with your theming of your account. This is why I actually haven't changed any of my profile pictures throughout social media in the past years. But like I said, every once in a while, you kind of want to go against the grain and, you know, kind of force people to snap out of their autopilots. So in my case, I'm also going to use it for YouTube because I kind of want to change it because of those spammers and it might not catch up as fast. So we're going to do some research. I'm going to head to the audience tab, as you can see right here, and I love the other channel your audience watches, kind of like your niche on YouTube or some competitive research. And we're gonna take a look what other people have so we can maybe spice it up and, you know, not have the same thing. And the first thing that I see, somebody actually, Vanessa Lau has exactly what I was thinking about. Maybe subconsciously I got that also in my mind, but maybe we can still pull it off considering her picture is black and not black and white. And it's a little different. Maybe we're gonna just change the background color even though I love yellow. Don't ask me why. I never liked yellow, but suddenly, and if we take a look at the second page here, kind of looks monochromatic here, kind of doesn't really make people stand out. You know, here's the thing, that's just the tip of the iceberg though, you know, if you think about it. Because the name, ideally, if you pull off a brand, obviously is a strong hook here. Yeah, actually, I'd say she does it pretty well thinking about it, but we're still gonna take a look at, yeah, doing a similar picture. So let's head downstairs to take some pictures because first of all, we need a wall that's not as dark. Ideally some lighter wall because it makes it easier for you to cut the background out of you. So let's do that. Right, so after taking the pictures more or less in front of a white wall, as you can see right there, I'm sure you can do the same things on every Photoshop like app. Canva, for example, I heard should be a pretty good one as well. The first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the background right there. And the way that we do it, we just hop over here to this tool, quick selection tool. Select subject, then we click select and mask. Looks kind of good to me already. Then we're gonna select the output to new layer with layer mask and boom. Look at that. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna just select a square just because, you know, it's gonna be a circle at the end of the day. And what are we gonna do? Well, first of all, we're gonna create a layer, fill it with some random color, in this case, white, whatever, it really doesn't matter. Double click on the layer or hit the right button to blending options and then click the color overlay. What's going on here? The color overlay, and as we can see, there's a blue one right there. Actually looks pretty good as well already, huh? What do you think about that? And we actually wanted to go with yellow, if I remember correctly. And I just love the yellow. What should I say? I love the yellow. Okay, so we're gonna hit okay, but that's not all, because, you know, it kind of seems boring. So the first thing that we're gonna do is, like I said, we're gonna make, you know, the foreground black and white. What's happening here? We're gonna do that by hitting this button, whatever that means. And somewhere there's a black and white thing. Black and white. But in order to have the background still be, you know, yellow or whatever, we're gonna have to make a clipping layer, clipping mask actually. You know, right click clipping mask, and there you go. Already, this looks pretty cool, I guess. But that's not all, because we wanted to have some whitish, you know, kind of overlay, kind of like Will Smith has. So we're gonna hit Command J, I guess, you know. Apparently I'm a very bad Photoshop tutorial guy, I just noticed. But yeah, so again, blending options right there. And we're gonna hit the stroke button. Nothing happening, but increase the size, slightly increase the size. And as you can see, oh, looks already amazing. It looks already awesome. It looks really awesome, my friends. Yeah, it looks actually pretty good. Yeah, we can do, for example, just a little bit of curves, for example, or levels, adjustment layer up there, just to see where, oh, this is levels. I thought the curves is the levels, but live and learn, I guess, just to play around with the shadows, with the depth. See, I kind of like it a little bit more when it's a little darker like this. But what else can we do? I'm sure we can do a lot of cool things. First of all, maybe just make this a little bigger, fill out the screen. Because one thing you have to remember is, you know, it all looks cool here right now on the big screen, but on the phone, on Instagram itself, it's gonna be like this, even smaller, all right? I know it's a little different depth, but you get the idea. So you always want to take a look at it from a smaller angle. Ideally, even paste it in your phone every once in a while to see, okay, is this too small or not? Does it look shitty on a phone? Because Instagram obviously is phone first, mobile first. So what we could do is, first of all, create some grungy background. I actually found some textures right there of some just grunge old paper. I just felt like it. And this one I like pretty much. So what we're gonna do is, okay, just messing up everything. What we're gonna do is we're gonna paste this right there. And I think I wanna do two things. First of all, I wanna paste it behind. Or actually we can paste it there. Don't forget the clipping mask because they got f***ed up. This maybe. We want the texture here and change the blending mode. And sometimes I just love to go through that to actually get some different inspiration, because sometimes it just gets messed up and you're like, wow, this actually looks a lot better than what I even could imagine. We're gonna do overlay, for example, and you can see there's like this slight grungy thing in there. I don't know if it's in style, in fashion right now, but we're just gonna go for it. And maybe the same thing actually, but just slightly on top of the whole image. Just slightly, so it's slightly on the face. We're gonna hit multiply and then just switch this up a little bit. So there's a little bit more edge to it, if you know what I mean. So yeah, actually looks pretty awesome already. I guess. Let me just, for the sake of it, try to see what other colors would look good. And this is actually a question for you Dominators out there. I'm gonna search through some different colors. And if you like one of them more than the others, just let me know down below in the comments and I will just change it, all right? For example, if it's pink, which actually looks pretty good as well, I have to admit that. If you guys say pink looks awesome, we just probably are gonna have to fill it a little bit less, like this maybe. But this looks awesome as well. Oh man. So yeah, if you say it's pink, I should take the pink one, right? We're just gonna go for pink if you say so, right? Blue, in my opinion, also looks pretty cool with a little less of this grungy thing. Well, actually all colors look pretty neat, I would say. Yeah, green, I'm not so sure. Yellow, awesome. Red as well, but pink. So where's the yellow one? We're just gonna, cause that was my initial idea. And that's how you create an awesome looking, in my opinion, Instagram picture. And like I said, let me know in the comments down below which version you like the best. Like I said, I'm a man of my words. If you say pink is the best, you know, pink it is. Then we're just gonna change everything up for pink. Yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching and bye, my friends, bye.